because sometimes when you have that internal tropical moment, you think, you know, it's my
Internal tropical moment. That's much better than a hot flush. Currently, millions of women in the UK are perimenopausal or menopausal, and it's time to break taboos associated with the menopause. Today, we're going to talk about menopausal skin, because your skin is with you for life during every stage. I'm Jo Hoare, and this is the Skin Clinic with Boots. I've got two brilliant Boots experts with me to help discuss all things perimenopause and menopause. So, Alison, do you want to tell me a little bit about what you do at Boots?
So I'm one of the Boots beauty specialist team. So we work amongst all our brands, all our products. So when our customers come in, we can tailor make exactly what they need.
And do you have a lot of women coming in with questions about perimenopause and menopause symptoms?
So many more now. I think it's not quite such a taboo subject. Maybe 10 years ago, it was a little bit hush-hush. You'd kind of say it quietly. Now, people are a lot more confident to talk about it. And I think there's so many better products out there which are aimed at ladies who are going through that.
And Kim, what about you?
So I work as a number 7 advisor, and all our advisors receive specific training on the menopause.
What would you both say are kind of the main things that will be happening around? Should we start with the perimenopause? So what changes might you notice to your skin in perimenopause? So when we talk about perimenopause, the 10-year run up to full menopause.
I think the loss of collagen and the estrogen the body's starting to gradually lose. I think that's probably one of the biggest things, because when the collagen starts to deplete, the skin starts to lose its luster, it starts to kind of look a bit duller and lose its bounce.
But also, like other side effects of being perimenopausal is that you have a little bit of a lack of confidence.
You spoke about kind of maybe a loss of glow or a loss of firmness. What would you recommend if I came into you at 44 and I say, you know, I'm perimenopausal and my skin just looks dull in the morning?
I think gentle exfoliation, let's get rid of all that dull skin that's building up. I think giving yourself some nourishment. Serums are amazing because serums work beneath the surface of your skin, so you kind of feed in the lower layers, and as your skin's naturally just changing, your new skin's glowing as it comes through.
So loss of glow is one kind of skin symptom we might see around perimenopause. What are some of the other ones? Would it be dryness?
Do you know what? It can be dryness, but then it can be breakouts, because it's your hormones are changing, a little bit like when we're teenagers, hormones are changing. So your skin acts as if it's a little bit confused. So there's some products like the number 7 menopause range that have some plant-based ingredients that act like estrogen. And the serum in this range I really like. So it helps to balance the skin, because what we've said is sometimes it's oily, sometimes it's dry. It's really important as well that we nourish our skin. So we're talking about things like ceramides.
Ceramides and collagen are the key words for menopausal skin, I think, because it just gives you the plump back. I absolutely adore these Elizabeth Arden ceramide capsules. So these are the perfect size dose that you need of an evening, and you literally just pinch off the top and squeeze these into your hand, and then you will just press that into your skin, and it will just nourish and hydrate.
It's so nice.
It's really beautiful.
And what I like about things like this is it makes it really easy for people.
But there's also, like, glycerine's another really big thing for a skin that's kind of really going through it, because glycerine's a great ingredient for giving you back your hydration and glow. And we were saying you can lose dullness, and this is one of the Boots traditional ranges which has been going for a very long time, but it's just been tried and tested.
And do you both have one product that you relied on personally, or that you still rely on personally?
My absolute lifesaver is the instant cooling mist. We've spoken about hot flushes, we've spoken about sometimes even when you have that heightened anxiety or something like that, you feel as if you can't
You're burning
cope.
up, yeah.
Great for spraying over makeup as well, because sometimes when you have that internal tropical moment, you think, you know, it's my
Internal tropical moment. That's much better than a hot flush. That's your number one.
I think for me, I was really sort of impressed by the Boots menopause range. So I loved, like, the multivitamins, the sort of supplements.
And talking about the menopause range, I really want to have a go on this, because I have seen some people, like, well, I did think they were headphones to start with. So this is a cooling fan.
Okay.
And so pop around my neck like this. And the cold air will kind of come up and go around my face.
And do you know what? You could actually pull your hair over the top of that, couldn't you? And people to...
Yeah, if you wanted to be a bit more discreet, I think you would think this was over the headphones.
Yeah,
but actually that did feel like it made a real difference in terms of like around my face. And what can we do if we are prone to hot flushes, but we don't want our makeup to be kind of down here by lunchtime?
For me, it starts with great skincare, because if your skin is hydrated, then your makeup is going to sit better on your skin. So you want a lighter weight moisturiser. Obviously going to speak about number 7. It's got hyaluronic acid in, which is going to hydrate your skin. It's got peptide technology in there. It's also going to be a great base for makeup.
What about the redness? Is there anything else we can do specifically to tone redness down?
There's a couple of products on a brand called The Ordinary, which I absolutely love. Niacinamide is fantastic for your skin barrier. Actually, it's great for all skin types. It's not specific. But there's also another product called azelaic acid, and they work brilliantly together. So the azelaic acid's made from a grain, and it's designed to take the redness down and calm the skin.
And that will work for all types of redness, not just so.
Yeah, and it's very gentle.
I think another big problem for skin, probably secondary to hot flushes, is breakouts. So perimenopausal and menopausal breakouts, our hormones are haywire, as they were when we were teenagers, from the odd spot to actually quite significant blemishes and breakouts.
What we don't want to do, we've said our skin can be oily, it can be dry. We then don't want to use really harsh products. Always start with a great cleanser that's going to cleanse impurities off your skin without drying it out. I also like to use a specific product on any blemishes that came out, and the Derm Solutions clearing treatment has salicylic acid in it. Salicylic acid is great for clearing pores, but it won't dry out and give you that, when we were younger, we used to put spot treatments on, didn't we, that used to dry out and it
Really
almost
harsh.
gave you a scab.
Yeah.
We don't want that.
This is nice and gentle.
Absolutely.
We get more sensitive skin as well, or we can get more sensitive skin during menopause as well, can't we? So if a customer comes into you and they've suddenly got very sensitive skin and they're 45 to 55, what would you suggest for them?
I'd sort of ask what they do already. Just that's one question I usually like to say. What do you normally do? Then we can kind of work out. Some people are just doing way too much. Some people aren't quite doing enough. But I think it's important just to pare things back, keep it gentle, protect that skin barrier. The most important thing is keep that barrier maintained and protected.
So get it settled with a regular routine. Do you see a lot of women coming in whose skin has got a lot drier?
Yeah, I think often there's a lot of people who don't really know what to use on their skin, so they just don't use anything at all, or they'll just kind of wash with soap and water because that's what they've always done. So it is, again, just that re-education of explaining the key ingredients, the few things that will just help their skin be nourished.
And again, ceramide is a big ingredient. If you're finding as you've matured that your skin is becoming drier, ceramides help to keep the moisture in the skin. Glycerin, humectant draws moisture into the skin. Those are the key ingredients that you should be looking for in products, and a collagen peptide.
Yeah, funny enough, I've picked up the Boots Collagen Eye Cream. So there's a lot of collagen products out there, but the Boots range is really affordable, and the percentage of collagen in it's brilliant for the price point.
I'm going to go back to my favourite quote of the day from you, these internal tropical moments, and about how they affect our face, but actually they can affect our skin all over our body, can't we? I mean, it's not a glamorous topic, but we all sweat, and we're going to sweat more when we're having a hot flush. So is there anything for the skin on our bodies if our skin's kind of being bothered by that?
We love these, don't we?
We do.
What are these? These
So
are
these
chafe sticks.
Yeah, they're amazing. So they're chafe sticks, so you can put them all over your body. I think a lot of ladies tend to get like chafing on the inner thighs, especially
But
like,
even under the bra, where your
Yeah.
bra strap is.
A swipe of this stops that where you're not sweating,
it just
you're
allows
not getting
it just
that
allows
moisture rubbing.
the skin to.
it's a little bit like a stick deodorant, but
Yeah.
it's really, feel how smooth that is.
yeah.
It's beautiful and really nice.
Yeah, so a good one for holidays, hot days, and internal tropical moments.
Perfect. If you have any questions, leave them below and we'll answer them. Don't forget to subscribe for more advice with Boots.